Hey guys, welcome to our second in the series of Backstories. Today we're going to talk about the robot that wants to feel something. No, not the Tin Man. I mean none other than Nick Valentine. Again, remember, there will be spoilers, so if you do not dig that kind of stuff, play the game's content first and then come back when you're good and ready. Nick Valentine is a synth with no known age. At first glance, he probably looks like a deformed human or just a robot, depending on whether you're getting his good side or not. He probably was made somewhere between the old Model Institute synths and the new, more human-like models. Nick resembles that of an old film noir detective, as he wears his nifty trench coat and has a nice detective hat. You can get Nick from doing the quest Unlikely Valentine, as you head to Park Street Station and tear your way through all of the Triggermen. You will eventually stumble upon Vault 114, where he will be kept prisoner. After hacking the terminal, you will meet the Private Eye. Quick note, there's a bobblehead in this room. After a run-in with Skinny Malone, you both escape and meet up at Diamond City, where he will ask if you want him to accompany you on a mission. Nick can be funny and sarcastic at times, but can be very serious too. Nick has the memory of a pre-war cop named Nick Valentine. This makes him question his identity. He is very happy to have Nick's memories, but questions whether or not he is real. He recalls just waking up and having to adjust to the Commonwealth. One day, he heard some crying. It was a girl who was captured by some kidnappers. He ended up making them run away and brought the girl to Diamond City. She happened to be the mayor's daughter. The mayor then dubbed Nick the hero and offered him a place to live. Because of Nick's old memories and personality, Nick ended up helping other people with their problems, until he eventually opened up his detective agency, helping people who were running away or getting lost. In combat, Nick likes to use a revolver. He's also decent with his fist. Nick will yell some witty banter in the midst of combat, especially being sarcastic when fighting robots, saying stuff like, "What, don't have love for your fellow robot?" Nick's base stats are 5 strength, 7 perception, 8 endurance, 8 charisma, 16 intelligence, 10 agility, and 8 luck. With all that intelligence, that makes him a whiz at hacking. Being a synth, Nick has an affinity for hacking. He can almost hack any terminal in the Commonwealth, though due to his good cop attitude, he will not hack owned terminals. Nick has enough strength to carry up to 141 carry weight. And finally, his character is voiced by Steven Russell. Getting full companionship with Nick will get you the perk, Close to Metal, which gives you an extra guess on terminals, and terminal cooldowns are now 50% faster when locked out. Nick likes it when you're pretty much an upstanding citizen, doing stuff like helping others out. He also likes it when you show your appreciation for synths. On the flip side, Nick dislikes when you are selfish, choose violence over peace. Oh, and also try not to steal anything in front of him. He kinda doesn't like that, being a cop and all. Eventually, when you become close enough to Nick, he will tell you more about his backstory and how he adapted to the Commonwealth. He sympathizes with you as he feels that he is a man out of time, but just with a little identity crisis. When you get close enough to him, he tells you about how before the war, the real Nick was chasing after a guy named Eddie Winter. It is later known that Eddie Winter killed the real Nick's girl, as well as committed a string of crimes. Nick has reason to believe that Eddie was still alive, seeing as Eddie was trying a radiation experiment, making himself the first ghoul, and effectively letting him live forever. This starts the mission, Long Time Coming, where you have to collect a bunch of holotapes related to the Eddie Winter case. Eventually, you are led to Andrew Station, Eddie Winter's hideout, and eventually, you get to see Eddie Winter himself. Nick confronts Eddie, and you end up taking Eddie out. Afterwards, Nick goes to where his girl died, and he realizes it is not about who you are that defines you, but what you decide to do is what defines you. Bonus fun fact, did you know that Nick has a file on the Mysterious Stranger? Yes, if you have the Mysterious Stranger perk on while traveling with Nick, he will have some comments for him. It seems that Nick is trying to build up a case against him, maybe making way for some cool DLC later? So yeah, Nick is a man of action. He does what he feels is right in his heart. Being from the past makes him closer to the lone survivor than anyone else. Except maybe the Vault-Tec rep, or your son. Alright, but besides that, Nick is that cool detective struggling with the question he and maybe a lot of us in today's world have trouble answering. Who am I?